The old man smell is real, and it's not sweat. If you're over 65, these 5 routine bathroom habits are why you secretly smell stale. You must fix the last one today. The discussion around body odor, especially as it relates to aging men, remains steeped in awkward silence and unspoken discomfort. Yet, confronting this reality is the first step toward reclaiming profound personal confidence. This is not about a lack of showering. It's about a complex interplay between shifting body chemistry, reduced flexibility, and outdated routines. After the age of 70, the body enters a new phase. Skin becomes less effective at shedding odor-holding compounds, metabolic processes slow, and the cumulative effects of decades-old hygiene habits begin to work against you. This extensive guide is dedicated to providing dignified, detailed, and actionable advice for the mature gentleman who values his presence and wants to ensure his scent reflects his commitment to personal excellence. We will dive deep into 5 key bathroom habits that are the hidden, often misunderstood architects of persistent odor. Prepare to explore these points with extended analysis, practical scenarios, and comprehensive solutions that will bring about a noticeable, lasting difference. This is your moment to transform those quiet doubts into unshakable confidence. Let's embark on this detailed exploration. 1. The overlooked flaw: inadequate post-toilet cleansing technique. The problem: reduced mobility and ineffective tools. As the years pass, conditions like hip stiffness, back pain, or arthritis dramatically reduce the range of motion required for a thorough rear-end cleaning. What once took a simple turn now becomes a painful, awkward stretch. To avoid discomfort, the cleaning process is often rushed, resulting in insufficient removal of fecal matter. Even minute microscopic traces left behind are fertile ground for bacteria. These bacteria multiply rapidly in the warm, enclosed environment of underwear, generating gases that translate into a distinct, unpleasant scent that clings to the skin. Furthermore, relying exclusively on dry toilet paper is a significant part of the problem. Dry paper, when faced with stool that might be looser or more sticky, simply smears the residue rather than lifting it away. This smear then becomes embedded in the tiny folds of the perianal skin, a process exacerbated by prolonged sitting during the day. This hidden residue is not immediately noticeable, but its bacterial decomposition is relentless, creating a low-level, continuous odor source. Extended solutions for comprehensive cleanliness. This problem requires a shift in both material and method, prioritizing cleanliness over tradition. The switch to moist wipes, flushable. This is the most immediate and effective change. Moist wipes contain cleaning agents and provide superior physical contact, lifting residue completely rather than smearing it. They dramatically reduce the bacterial load left on the skin. Embracing the bidet. The bidet, or a simple bidet toilet seat attachment, offers the gold standard of post-toilet hygiene. Using a directed stream of water ensures a complete rinse without the physical strain of reaching. This is an investment not just in cleanliness, but in lifelong independence and dignity. Mobility aids. For men struggling with flexibility, specialized, long-handled wiping and personal hygiene aids are readily available. These tools extend reach, allowing for a thorough cleaning process without straining joints. This adaptation is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Deep dive scenario. Consider the gentleman who spends his afternoon reading in his favorite armchair. If the cleaning technique in the morning was inadequate, that trace residue, now warmed by hours of sitting, is actively transferring odor molecules to his clothing and the chair fabric, creating a localized, persistent smell both on him and in his environment. 2. The daily wear cycle. Not changing underwear often enough. The problem: bacteria and accumulation. Many older men rationalize that if they haven't exercised or sweated heavily, their underwear is still clean. This belief ignores the continuous biological processes that occur every hour of every day. The body constantly sheds dead skin cells and natural oils. More critically, minor urinary or fecal leakage becomes much more common due to age-related muscle weakness or prostate issues. Even tiny, often unnoticed microleaks or sweat accumulation in the groin area are instantly absorbed by the underwear fabric. The body's heat and moisture transform this fabric into a thriving biome where odor-causing bacteria multiply rapidly. Wearing the same pair for 48 or 72 hours means continuously pressing accumulated oil, dead skin, bacteria, and microtraces of waste back against the sensitive skin. The fabric becomes a repository for odor that is then constantly broadcast. Furthermore, the materials of older underwear are crucial. Decades-old cotton often loses its breathability and absorbs moisture like a sponge, taking a long time to dry and thus holding on to odor even more tenaciously. Extended solutions for guaranteed freshness. The solution is non-negotiable and requires a commitment to a daily ritual. Daily change. The unbroken rule. Underwear must be changed every single day, regardless of activity level. This simple act drastically cuts the bacterial load and prevents the compounding effect of accumulated odors. Material upgrade. Invest in modern, high-quality, breathable fabrics. Look for cotton blends, modal, or specific synthetic blends designed for moisture wicking. These materials pull moisture away from the body and dry quickly, inhibiting bacterial growth. Replace old, stretched out, or stained underwear regularly. Addressing leakage. If minor leakage is a known issue, a combination of daily changing and using discreet, high-quality incontinence guards is essential. These products are specifically designed to neutralize urine odor and wick away moisture far more effectively than standard underwear fabric. Deep dive scenario. Imagine a man who wears the same underwear from Monday morning until Wednesday evening. By Tuesday, the accumulated bacterial load is significant. If he then puts on clean slacks or trousers, the odor is already transferred to the outer garment, and the trousers will carry the smell until they are washed, compounding the problem in his closet and throughout his home. 3. The damp environment, ignoring bathroom ventilation. The problem: humidity, mildew, and contamination transfer. A bathroom is designed to handle moisture, but without proper ventilation, it becomes a literal swamp. Every hot shower releases copious amounts of steam, which condenses on all surfaces: walls, rugs, towels, and clothes left hanging. This trapped humidity fosters the rampant growth of mildew and mold, organisms that produce a distinct, sour, and musty smell. When you step out of a shower, you are immaculately clean. But if you dry yourself with a towel that has been hanging damply in a mildew-rich environment for 36 hours, you are essentially rubbing a thin film of musty bacteria right back onto your skin. This odor is subtle but pervasive, clinging to the skin's oils. Furthermore, poor ventilation means that airborne odors from toilet use linger in the air much longer. These particles settle onto bath mats, face towels, and even toothbrushes, contributing to a generalized, unclean scent in the space that transfers to everything that touches it. Extended solutions for a dry, clean airflow. This requires diligent maintenance and a shift in environmental habits. The 15-minute rule for fans. If you have an exhaust fan, it must be used every single time the shower or tub is used. Crucially, let it run for a full 15 to 20 minutes after you finish to fully evacuate the humid air. Opening the door, window. If an exhaust fan is weak or non-existent, immediately cracking a window or leaving the bathroom door ajar post-shower is vital to allow air exchange and humidity to escape. Towel management. Never leave a towel bunched up on the floor or hanging on a tiny hook where it can't fully dry. Hang towels on a bar where they can spread out and dry rapidly. Replace bath mats frequently. Periodic deep cleaning. Mildew often hides in grout lines, shower curtains, and corners. Regular detailed cleaning with anti-mildew products is necessary to eliminate the source of the sour smell. Deep dive scenario. A gentleman takes a shower but only runs the fan for 2 minutes. His towel hangs limp on a hook. By the time he uses that towel the next morning, it is cold, slightly damp, and infused with mildew spores. He wipes his skin, and the musty scent has now been chemically bonded with his body heat and oils, making the subsequent application of cologne or deodorant entirely ineffective at masking the underlying problem. 4. The necessary step: skipping or misusing deodorant. The problem: the odor aging shift and product mismatch. Body odor is not simply proportional to the amount of sweat produced. It is the result of bacteria on the skin breaking down compounds in sweat. As we age, the composition of our sweat and the natural oils, sebum, produced by our skin change. These changes often result in a chemical compound that, when processed by skin bacteria, produces a more distinct and pervasive scent, even if the man is sweating less than he did at 40. Many men make two crucial mistakes. One, they stop using deodorant altogether, believing their reduced activity means it's unnecessary, thus allowing the unique aging scent to develop unchecked. Two, they use products that lack the necessary active ingredients to counteract the robust bacterial activity associated with mature skin chemistry. Furthermore, there is persistent confusion between deodorant contains antimicrobial agents and fragrance to neutralize mask odor. Antiperspirant contains aluminum compounds to block sweat ducts and reduce wetness. Extended solutions for reliable protection. This requires product education and consistent application. Commitment to dual-action protection. The vast majority of older men benefit most from a product labeled as a deodorant antiperspirant combo. This dual-action protection manages wetness and aggressively controls the bacteria that cause odor. Application protocol. Deodorant works best when applied to completely dry skin. Applying it at night can often be more effective, as the ingredients have a better chance to seal the sweat ducts while the body is cool and inactive. Scent choice. While strong colognes can clash, a mild, clean-scented deodorant or one labeled unscented that focuses on antibacterial action is ideal. Deep dive scenario. A retired gentleman skips his morning deodorant because he plans to read the paper and watch television. By 11 a.m., his body has naturally produced sweat and oils. The lack of an antibacterial barrier means the aging scent is fully developing. When his daughter visits at 2 p.m., she immediately senses the odor, even though he is freshly dressed, because the smell is actively emanating from the bacteria feeding on his skin. 5. The fatal flaw, masking odor with air fresheners. The problem, perfume mixed with putrefaction. Many men use air fresheners with the best intentions to be tidy and considerate. However, a quick spritz does not magically dissolve the odor sources. Instead, the synthetic perfume from the freshener mixes with the organic odor of decay, resulting in a distinct, cloying, and often headache-inducing scent. This mix signals to visitors not that the space is clean, but that the space is trying too hard to hide a mess. The heavy chemical molecules in these sprays cling to porous materials, towels, curtains, clothing, and skin. This composite odor becomes the hallmark scent that others identify with an unmanaged living space. Extended solutions for true, natural freshness. The goal is not to mask, but to eliminate odor sources, resulting in a naturally clean smell. Focus on elimination, not concealment. Before reaching for a spray, address the true sources: ventilation, deep toilet cleaning, and clean laundry. The deep clean protocol. Pay obsessive attention to the often missed odor repositories. Under the toilet rim, use a targeted cleaner and brush head to remove mineral and waste buildup. Toilet basin floor. Urine splatter must be cleaned with an enzyme cleaner. Shower curtain and liner. These are mildew magnets and must be washed regularly or replaced. Subtle, natural scenting. Once the space is truly clean, if you desire a pleasant scent, opt for natural diffusers like pure essential oils or a simple bowl of baking soda that naturally absorbs odors. Deep dive scenario. A gentleman uses a strong aerosol air freshener 3 times a day. He missed a small urine leak on the grout beside the toilet, and his bath mat is slightly damp. The air freshener's chemical scent immediately bonds with the evaporating urine molecules and the mildew in the grout. The resulting smell is a powerful cocktail that tells everyone the room is dirty, but someone is trying to hide it. Final thoughts on dignity and confidence. If you have read through this detailed guide, you have shown an admirable commitment to your well-being. What we have discussed is not about perfection. It is about taking active, informed control of your personal presentation. These 5 extended points profoundly influence your confidence. The cumulative effect of these small, detailed adjustments will be a noticeable return to freshness, vitality, and unshakable self-assurance. To cement this learning and begin your transformation, commit to one major structural change this week. For example, buying a bidet attachment or switching your underwear to moisture-wicking fabric, and one daily habit change, for example, daily deodorant application or daily underwear change. Which 2 actions will you commit to implementing today? If this video armed you with the control you needed, Please take a moment to like and subscribe. Help us empower other senior gentlemen to master their environment and command respect.